Hey, this is Russell Whitney. You're watching Expert Insider, and I'm here with one of my great friends, Samir Chibane, who has done over, millions of dollars through e-commerce. Just literally a year and a half ago, I believe it was, 2 years ago, you were doing door-to-door sales, working out in the hot-ass sun, talking to people, knocking on doors. Finally said, listen, I'm done with this and I want to learn how to make money online and become an entrepreneur. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and how you can also start learning how to make money through e-commerce. So Samir, let's talk a little bit about what was your first experience of becoming an entrepreneur? How old were you? What was your very first business you got into?
I would honestly say I've been an entrepreneur since I can remember, ever since I was little. I had that tendency to buy.
Short-term memory or long-term?
Definitely long. So it's always like, that intuition to, buy something for cheap.
Right.
Sell it for more. So I did that
Buy
with
low,
like
sell
candy.
high.
Yeah, did that with candy, pencils or whatever it was, like even in middle school. But I would say my first real entrepreneurship, kind of experiment was door-to-door sale. Going door-to-door, asking people to shovel their snow because I live in Boston. Or I used to live in Boston. So whenever it would snow,
Beantown.
One of the greatest opportunities there was for somebody my age, 13, 14, and make, some sweet money.
Yep.
Without taxes on it, just
Cash.
going door to door, and just convincing, a homeowner to, let me shovel their front yard, their steps, or whatever it is.
See, I think a lot of people have that natural entrepreneurial spirit in them when they're younger, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Either a lemonade stand, mowing lawns, raking up leaves, cleaning cars, or what you did is shoveling snow.
Yeah.
So, the one thing that I don't think people understand is when we're younger, we create we create simplicity. So we look for a problem and come up with a solution, whereas we get older, more people stay stuck in the problem as opposed to getting into a solution, right?
Absolutely.
So, and I believe that's by all the metrics that are around us, meaning people, experiences we have, what teachers tell us, the horrible school system that's out there. One of my first jobs that I did, actually businesses that I did, was detailing cars. So I lived in Florida. We couldn't shovel snow, never even saw snow. So it was either mow lawns or clean cars. And in Florida, it rains all the time, so everybody always needs their car cleaned. I started like literally going to a dollar store, bought a bucket for $1, sponges for $1, everything, $20, and then started knocking on doors and got 50 for the first car. Eventually had 4 kids in my high school working for me. I was making 500 to 1,000 a week, not even doing any of the work. So that's awesome that you did that. That was your first experience. And then what, did you go to college?
I did. So
you did? Okay.
I had a couple other different
You got
entrepreneurial
scammed
ventures.
in the system.
Yeah, exactly. I got sold on it, and I bought into it at least for a little short while. But I tried, my own clothing brand as well. My own clothing brand, it did not too well, but I would say the main thing that I got from launching a clothing brand was just really understanding, there's many pieces of the puzzle, right? So
Moving parts.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts, and that was the first experience where I realized I had to be keep my attention and get a lot of pieces moving, to make just one product, which is just like one T-shirt. So that was real cool. Learned,
What was the name?
It was called Stiz Lifestyle.
Stiz?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I
Stiz
never
Life.
really,
And
nobody,
what was
everybody,
Stiz stand
everybody
for?
would ask me, what does that mean? I'm like, honestly, I'm just making the meaning for it. So I started off making like custom T-shirts, just giving people exactly what they want.
Right.
And then soon enough, I was like, I'm gonna make a brand out of it because, there's a difference between building a brand for the future and then just making, custom T-shirts to fulfill instant needs. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So when you were doing the T-shirt business, like what did you learn from that? You got the moving parts piece that you learned. Did you make any money doing it?
I wouldn't say I made money from it. I would say I was just breaking even.
Right.
And that's kind of like what drop shipping, really avoids, is that mistake of making product. And
so
then
you were putting all
figure
your
out
own
whether-
money at
yeah,
risk
exactly,
is what you're saying.
Exactly.
All right, so basically when you got started, you didn't have the education about OPM, other people's money, leveraging it, which I'll help you all with.
Yeah.
If you need money, reach out to me. I can get you anywhere from 25 to 150,000 unsecured lines of credit. Just send me a DM and I'll hook you up. So those of you watching Samir's, if you want money for your business, literally, I funded over 40 million plus for people last year, young entrepreneurs, old entrepreneurs, doesn't matter who you are. But going back to it, leveraging. So you were putting your hard-earned cash capital at risk, right?
Yeah.
On the product, on the inventory, storing it. Then you had to go out, you had to market it, you had to sell it.
Exactly.
And so all this risk is on you. And
Yep.
that kind of puts you into what, a tailspin? What happened?
Yeah, it's
there?
almost like, you put all the money into, a couple t-shirt designs, and for some of them you have to order, minimums, right?
Right.
So once you print them all out and then you find out which one is doing well, that's like a lot of money being tied up, right? So
Yep.
let's say you make 3 designs, find out one does really bad,
Right.
so it
So
doesn't
you
even
lost the
sell.
money there.
Exactly.
Right.
One you break even on, one does well.
Right.
So it's like you're almost at, where you started.
So it's a lot of testing that's going on in
Exactly.
play. So what we want to do is we want to teach you here an expert insider a little bit about e-commerce and how we can get rid of exactly all of these moving parts he's talking about.
Yeah.
How you can not put your cash and capital at risk. How you can split test with other people products, figure out what your niche is, and then make your own product. We'll be right back.
Yes.